Hey beauties, good evening to you. So beautiful people. I finally was able to complete listening to the Prime Minister's 2024 budget debate speech. Whew, that was a long one. That was a long one. And I'm going to comment on this section. So towards the ending of it, sorry if I'm here has gone into my eye, beautiful people. All right. So as it relates to Yes, so as it relates to a comment, the prime minister basically, they were chiding the opposing party, they were chiding the opposition party, by saying they flip flop because they accepted the motion for, former deputy House Speaker, which is now the House Speaker, the Prime Minister's wife, Juliet Holness, and they were in support of the SOE, and then they flip flopped and all of that. And Jamaica doesn't need a flip flop government. They need. He quoted two sayings. I maybe the Jamaican proverbial proverbs. One from his camp, a former prime minister. The late Edward Siaga, who said it takes cash to care. And I'm supposing somebody from the People's National Party, I'm not sure who said it, to be honest, that we are for the people or something of the sort. So what he says is that his administration has basically merged the two, created sort of a metamorphosis. I'm using that word, where let me look at what he said exactly, or close to what he said. So yes, the Prime Minister says that they're generating a caring economy and generating cash to care for the people of Jamaica. All right, so they're creating a caring economy and they are generating cash to care for all. And when he used the word generate, I focused on it because I guess it is indicative that they will do everything to not borrow, because if they're going to be generating, then it would not be synonymous of borrowing, which is good. It would be lovely if countries can generate their own cash without having to borrow, but you know that a lot of the investment would have to be on human resources. You have a number of small businesses in Jamaica, a number of entrepreneurs, skilled people, highly skilled people. Some of them may not be highly educated, but to build an economy, both can work in tandem with each other. It's like and or, either or as well. In other words, if you have country, you need country with highly educated, highly skilled. Both are very much important, equally important, so if you have highly trained, highly skilled people, and the investment is placed on them, then investors will come in and will want to buy into whatever bargains we have, whatever products and services that we have, because it would be something not just exquisite but extraordinary. It would be way above what you would have expected. It's like when you go above and beyond, you wow your customers naturally. So that would be one of the big moves that the prime minister could make in terms of generating cash, invest in your people. One of the things that I will admire, the Americans for, is that they never put anybody else above their own people. I've watched over the years, they have always put their people first, even those who may be regressing, even the worst person. They never put other countries above their own people. Never. I've never seen it. And obviously when I'm speaking, I can't speak in the absolute. We're talking generally. So I don't want somebody to come with a little one case or a two case or three cases. You understand? We're talking generally speaking. We see it in athletics. They invest in their athletes. Whether you win, lose, or you draw, they invest in you and they support you. They laud you. They go above and beyond. You watch them. You will watch them in terms of the public sector. How they will they will put their teachers first. They will put their doctors first, their nurses first. Think about it, beautiful people. No matter how brilliant you are here in Jamaica or highly skilled you are in terms of some of these professional degrees or positions, if you're a medical doctor here, established, even if you're specialized, like you specialize in a particular area, whether gynecology, Some of the others are, being an orthopedics and or pediatrician or whatnot, or you were a lawyer by profession. It could even be lawyer QC sort of a situation, or well, KC. Keep saying QC. I get used to still trying to get used to the whole King's Council, right? When you go outside of this Jamaican shores, especially in one of those first world countries, predominantly the United States of America, you hear that it's almost like your degree really meant nothing. You have to do over courses. They may exempt you from one or two little courses and so on, but you find that you have to study their laws and almost go back through another diatribe of school again, I call it. And I'm just trying to show you how they put their education system, they put their people, everything that relates to them first. They invest in their people first. That is part and parcel, a major part and parcel as to why they are a superpower. I'm not saying the only reason, but it's a big chunk of that pie. They invest in their people first. They do seldom put any other nationality above their own. I've not seen it, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen. So to generate cash, so I'm using one stone to kill all the birds, making suggestions, because you did say, bring all the ideas to you, sir. You will implement them. Bring all the ideas to you. You said you're creating a caring economy. I had said in some previous videos that one of the biggest benchmark of solid leadership, it is how people are surviving financially, socially, or economically, spiritually. Whether you believe in Jesus Christ, yes or no. It is how people are doing well in those three predominant areas. Financially, well, physically, definitely, I should say physically as well. Because, if you really don't have health, it's like you really have nothing. So, spiritually, physically, emotionally, socially. You can fix roads, you can build homes, build bridges, highways. Wonderful, because I'm big on infrastructure. It's really nice when you go to a country and you see all of the technology being exuded, it's just put on the platter in front of us. It is beautiful. But one of the biggest problem is that you don't want to lift up the mattresses and you see just scorpions and cockroaches and grasshoppers. Means the people cannot feel any money in their pockets. They're struggling to pay their bills. They're struggling to pay their debts. They're struggling to buy food. They can barely help anybody. They can barely help themselves. Because people cannot eat the bridges. They cannot eat the roads. They can't eat the pipes in the roads. They cannot. They want to feel money's in their pockets. Notwithstanding, generally, people are not necessarily good stewards of money. So, Prime Minister, people need to feel money's in their pockets. To generate the cash, you need to invest in highly skilled, highly trained, highly educated people. The ministries need to ensure that you have the right fit in the right positions, not because you're related to me or you're my best friend, means I need to put you there. We want our country to grow. Singapore did it for a small country. They did it because they decided to invest in people. There are other frameworks put in place, an economic one, an accountability or answerability. Other things put in place, investing in education from the early days, early childhood right up. Ensuring that mental ability is a part of the curriculum. It's like a must, a compulsory subject, as it were. You need to invest in order to generate that cash, in order to have a caring economy. We need to increase the literacy rate, move it from the 130th place that it is at presently. And when they talk about the 15-year-old students, generally in our country, not doing well educationally, some reading at a 4-year-old level at high schools. Guys, follow me on TikTok subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this message. Thank you.